Do you have an iPhone? Are you tired of it being a lightning port every single year and having to have two different cables for different devices, USB-C for your laptop, lightning port for your phone? Well, no more, because EU lawmakers have just passed a law overwhelmingly in favor of forcing tech phone giants to adopt USB-C in all their phones. And we're expecting this to apply to everything pretty much by the end of 2024. So in the next year or two, we're going to start seeing the new iPhones have USB-C, which is a massive win to the consumer, but it also brings with it the prospect that maybe there's too much red tape in governments and lawmakers are just overreaching a little bit. I mean, it gets rid of waste, yes, but also it's forcing companies to do something good, or is it kind of just over regulating? Let's get into it. I'm Blaze okay, let's read a little bit more about what happened in the EU. So guys, the EU passes law to switch iPhone to USB-C by the end of 2024. So this is going to force Apple's hand here. I mean, people have been wanting them to adopt USB-C for ages. Their MacBooks support USB-C, their iPads now use USB-C, and a lot of their devices are starting to use USB-C. The only thing that isn't using USB-C right now is the iPhone, I believe, and the AirPods Pro, which it's a massive pain in the butt. Like, why would they not have changed the USB-C for their phones a while ago? I mean, what's taken them so long? And, what's the benefit of them not adopting it sooner? Well, some people assume it's because of the accessories, right? That maybe there's a lot of holdouts, people that have old iPhone lightning cables, right? But they were quick, but at the same time, they were quick to ditch, no, like USB 3.1 traditional USB ports, remove the micro SD card slot, remove MagSafe, remove HDMI connectors from their 2016 MacBooks, right? They just like stripped their laptops of all the ports that people want and need, and just replaced it with USB-C years ago. So why haven't they made the same change or the same drastic change for iPhones? They've got rid of the headphone jack. They've now got rid of the micro SIM tray. So that if they're trying to simplify everything and you save on waste, why not just get rid of the USB-C port on the the Lightning port on the iPhone well before now? I don't know. God knows why. It's weird. Maybe they're saving it so people can be encouraged to buy the new 2024 iPhone. Who knows? Maybe they're that greedy. The proposal, known as a directive, forces all consumer electronic manufacturers to sell their products in Europe to ensure that a wide range of devices feature a USB-C port. This common port will be a world first statute and impact Apple in particular, since it widely uses the Lightning connector instead of USB-C on many of its devices. MEPs claim that the move will reduce electronic waste, address product sustainability, and make use of different devices more convenient. The directive received 602 votes in favour, 13 votes against, and 8 abstentions. A press release issued by the European Parliament earlier today states, by the end of 2024, all mobile phones, tablets, cameras sold in the EU will have to be equipped with USB-C Type-C charging port from spring 2026. So, okay, this isn't going to kick in until spring 2026. From spring 2026, the obligation will extend to laptops. The new law, adopted by plenary on Tuesday with 602 votes in favour, 13 against, and 8 abstentions, as part of a broader EU effort to reduce e-waste and to empower consumers to make more sustainable choices. Under the new rules, consumers will no longer need a different charger every time they purchase a new device, and they will be able to use one single charger for a whole range of small, medium, and sized portable electronic devices, regardless of their manufacturer. All new mobile phones, tablets, digital cameras, headphones and headsets, handheld video game consoles and portable speakers, e-readers, keyboards, mice, portable navigation systems, earbuds, laptops that are rechargeable via a wired cable operating with a power delivery of up to 100 watts will have to be equipped with a Type-C port. So this is, in some ways, this is kind of a good thing, because I hate when I buy a device, whether it be a keyboard, a mouse, anything, and it uses micro USB. It's a pain in the butt. And I have to think, God, where's my micro USB cables? My micro USB cables. Where is it? I don't know where it is, or it's plugged into a fan. This fan here uses micro USB, and it's annoying because I have to dig out a micro USB cable every time I want to use it. So this is a good thing, but also it's kind of should governments really be forcing companies to do stuff? You know, I know the companies have been really crappy lately when it comes to just putting a common port. I mean, USB-C is pretty damn common now. Like most things use USB-C, at least most things we care about. So it is a little bit jarring when we get something that isn't. They need to do this for kids' toys, right? Get rid of AA batteries. Jeez. Because my kid has a bunch of toys and I have to constantly go through AA batteries like no tomorrow. So maybe the EU needs to legislate on that. All devices that support fast charging will now have the same charging speed, allowing users to charge their devices at the same speed with any compatible charger. Exemptions may apply to devices that are too small to offer a USB-C port, such as smartwatches, health trackers, and some sports equipment, but the legislation is expected to be expanded to other devices over time. Companies will also have to ensure dedicated labels, clearly inform consumers about charging characteristics of devices they buy. They also seek to ensure that wireless charging solutions are interoperable as the technology evolves over time. That's another thing that's really bugged me. My Apple Watch here, it only works with the Apple Watch charger and not conventional Qi chargers. That really bugs me because I've got like a wireless charger right here that I use on my Galaxy Watch, that I use on my phones, and the Apple Watch just doesn't work with it, which is silly. So that's a good thing. It's not clear if this would include Apple's MagSafe charging system for the iPhone and AirPods, since it is based on Qi wireless charging standard. So it's a little bit weird as well, right? Because what if Apple comes out with a whole new charging system that's like infinitely better than Type C? They're not going to be able to innovate, you know? I mean, there isn't much innovation in cable and charging technology anyway, but if there is an innovation, you know, are they really going to be able to implement it? Probably not, because they've legislated saying that every phone and every device needs to use USB-C, which is a little bit of a overreach. So there we go, guys. Your iPhone is going to be changing to USB-C. Both Apple analysts Ming-Chi Kuo and Bloomberg's Mark Gurman have said that Apple's testing a version of the iPhone that has a USB-C port instead of a Lightning port, and they believe that Apple could switch the iPhone to USB-C starting with 2023's iPhone 15 before transitioning AirPods and other accessories at a later date. And this timing would allow Apple to switch many of its affected devices to USB-C ahead of its EU directive coming into force. So I think it's about time that Apple are changing to USB-C. Maybe they needed to kick up the bum to do it, possibly. But what do you think down below? Are you happy with this? Please let me know down below. I really want to hear your opinion, because yeah, it's one of my biggest gripes is the fact that I can't charge my iPhone, can't charge my Apple Watch with the chargers that I have lying around the house that I use for everything else, like my Android phones, my laptops, Apple laptops, and that, Steam Deck, you name it, VR headset. You know, they all use USB-C. So when I come across a device that doesn't support USB-C charging, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, guys. I'm Blaze2K. If you like technology, if you love gaming, please consider supporting the channel by clicking like, subscribe, and bell icon for more tech videos. And if you want to support even more, click the join button down below and become part of a little family of members. Anyways, guys, have a happy Halloween because it is October. Take care, guys. Bye.